And I'm coming from a good place. That's why I moved the song to the beginning of my show to ease you in. It usually comes at the end. It's been a long and lonely trip. I'm glad I took it. It was well worth it. Got to read a couple books and do some research before I reached my verdict. Never thought that I was perfect. Always thought that I had a purpose. I used to wonder if I'd live to see my first kiss. The most difficult thing I ever did was recite my own words at a service, realizing the person I was addressing probably wasn't looking down from heaven, or cooking up something in Hell's Kitchen, trying to listen in or eavesdrop from another dimension. It was self-serving, like this is, conveniently religious, on Easter Sunday and on Christmas. Television went from being a babysitter to a mistress. Technology made it easy for us to stay in touch while keeping a distance, till we just stay distant and never touch. Now all we do is text too much. I don't remember much from my youth. My memories were refreshed. I spent too much time wondering if I'd live to have sex. I fell in love for the first time in 4th grade. I didn't have the courage to talk to her. In 8th grade, I wrote her a note. I slipped it in somebody else's locker. Considered killing myself because of that. That was a big deal. It was a blown cover. It was over for me. My goose was cooked. Stick a fork in me. Jig is up. Blew my chances. The rest is history. Future torn asunder. Became abundantly clear I was only brought here to suffer. At least I didn't include my name. Thankfully, I wrote the whole note in code. It had 10 layers of scotch tape safety seal. It was impossible to open. Plus, it was set to self-destruct. Whoever read it probably died laughing. I wonder if they lived long enough to realize what happened. A year later, I came to understand that wasn't love I was feeling for her. I had someone else to obsess over. I was older, very mature. Forged my Tom's signature, practiced my parents' autograph because I was failing math. Disconnected the phone when I thought the teacher would call my home. Checked the mailbox twice a day at the end of a long dirt road. Sneaked open a couple envelopes like I was in private detective mode. If you snoop around long enough for something in particular, you're guaranteed to find it. For better or worse, that's how I learn it's best to just keep some things private. It was the best of times. It was the end of times. Best of times. End of times. Best of times. Best of times. End of times. Always was on deck. I was next in line. Only child with a pen and pad. Writing list of things I could never have. Walls in the house. Paper thing. Every squabble seemed to get deafening. Memory served me correctly. Made it a point to avoid and forget some things. Probably to keep from being embarrassed. Never meant to upset or give grief to my parents. Kept my secrets, hid my talents in my head, never under the mattress. Therapy couldn't break me. Never learned a word that would ensure safety. I spoke softly, tiptoed often. Thought of my room was like a big old coffin. Way that it creaked when I closed it shut. Anxieties peaked when it opened up. As if everything that I was thinking would be exposed. I still sleep fully clothed. It was the best of times. What was it? It was beautiful, brutal, cruel. Business as usual, heaven. It was hell. Used to wonder if I lived to see 12. More loved to dance, couldn't make it to the formal. Couldn't bear watching my imaginary girl bust a move with any other dudes. Told locals talk about a wild thing. Still caught up in some child thing. Scared of a god who couldn't spare the ride. Clearly a brimstone fire thing. Pyromaniac, kleptomaniac. Couldn't explain my desire to steal that fire. Added to my rider. Please don't throw me in a patch of briar. It was the best of times. What was it? The school counselor was clueless because I never skipped classes. Perfect attendance, imperfect accent, speech impediment they could never really fix. Fake bad eyesight so I could wear glasses. Consider doing something that will cripple me. I wanted a wheelchair, wanted the sympathy, wanted straight teeth. When came braces, 4 years, headgear helped me change spaces. It was the best of times. What was it? Now I wonder if I live to see marriage. Wonder if I live long enough to have kids. Wonder if I live to see my kids have kids. If I do, hold up. I did live long enough to see marriage. I did live long enough to have kids. I don't think I'm gonna live long enough to see my kids have kids, but if I do, I'm gonna tell them how it is. Like, don't listen when they tell you that these are your best years. Don't let anybody protect your ears. It's best that you hear what they don't want you to hear, and it's better to have pressure from peers than not have peers. Beer won't give you chest hair. Spicy food will not make it curl. When you think you got it all figured out and then everything collapses, trust me, kid, it's not the end of the world.